In the early 1960s, the sky was being ruled by well-known aircraft like the 737 and the DC-9s. And during this time, the company Dassault was a well-established fighter and executive jet manufacturer. Visionary behind Dassault, Marcel wanted to try something new, so he decided to come up with a new aircraft that was fast and way ahead of its time. We have to keep this thing in mind that Dassault at that time was building only fighter and executive planes, and this was going to be the first commercial airliner to be produced by the company. The idea was laid out to the French government. Impressed with the idea, the government invested a lot of funds for the project. The funds, which were supposed to be repaid after sales of the jet, took off. Dassault was so ambitious that they built 4 factories across France just to build, manufacture, and produce this particular aircraft. The plan was to produce 300 units before 1980. This prediction might sound impossible, but the aircraft and its specifications were very impressive. The first prototype of the aircraft made its appearance in 1969 at the Paris Air Show, and in May 1971 made its maiden flight. The aircraft came with Pratt & Whitney engines, which had the capacity to produce 31,000 pounds of thrust. The climb rate, takeoff speed and descent rate were just impeccable, as there are many records been set by this aircraft that still hasn't been broken. The aircraft was also equipped with very good auto-landing system, making more than 20,000 auto-landings in its 21 years of career. Even though the aircraft was a bit larger and heavier than the 737, the Mercure exceeded expectations. The Mercure was way ahead of its time and was way better than the 737 in every way, except in one aspect, which was the cause for the downfall: the range. Mercure only had a range of 1,000 miles, while its competitor had almost double the amount. The 737, even though was similar in size, could offer short and mid-range capabilities, and Mercure could only offer short range. And many of the popular short-haul flights were already being fulfilled by the 737 and the DC-9s. And during this time, the inflation was not favorable because of the oil crisis, which made it even harder and expensive for airlines to invest to try out something new. Only 11 of these flying machines were built and was operated by Air Inter, the airlines partially run by the state. The aircraft flew for 21 years, carrying 44 million passengers and over 400,000 flights.